Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way. And this is the TECHLIFE X7. Let me tell you more about it.
Wrong way.
I finally got some GoPro mounts for my new helmet. By the way, if you want to see the helmet review, comment below. So now we're at my classic spot for testing the hill climbing abilities of scooters. This is the climb, and it's around 25 degrees steep. Let's see how the TECHLIFE X7 can handle it with the 18 amp hour battery. By the way, one thing you will notice, it's super quiet. I'm not sure, but it might have FOC controllers. Not sure. I'll have to look it up. Whoa! Yeah. Whoa! Yeah, this beast is torquey. So yeah, this beast is pretty torquey. And actually with this hill climb, maybe I'll turn it off, even the Wolf Warrior was like getting a bit slower, but the torque of this thing, awesome. Okay guys, so now we have arrived at the second spot for the hill climb, and actually it's the exact same location where the Wolf Warrior failed this hill climb. Sorry it's so loud, but the cars are driving up there. So as you can see here, it's rather steep, and here I can exactly measure what is the grade of it. So it's around 27 degrees. That's a lot. And I am fairly certain that even with this amount of battery, which is that's less than half, I will be able to tackle this. I believe in you. Double motor, full power. Okay, let's do it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah. Well. Okay, it can't do it, but actually it went considerably higher than the Wolf Warrior 11 Plus. Yeah. Just goes to show you how powerful or how torquey this thing is. Okay, I just want to try once again, just for the sake of it. It's so much fun. Yeah, went way further than the Wolf Warrior. Okay. So you know, the TECHLIFE X7 didn't make it, but actually went a lot further than the Wolf Warrior 11 Plus, which is mind-blowing. And I think that if it would have 100% battery, or if I would have the bigger version, which is the TECHLIFE X7S, it will go up there. Good beast. That's 27 degrees is obviously the reasonable limit. Okay, so as usual, let's start with the specs of the scooter. And the TECHLIFE cites 2 times 1000 watts of nominal power. And the battery is either a 52 volt and 18 amp hour unit, that's the TECHLIFE X7, or a 52 volt 23 amp hour unit, which is basically the same thing, but instead of having sync batteries, you get better LG MH1 cells, which have a bigger capacity and better parameters. The top speed is around 60 kilometers an hour, maybe even a bit more, and the 0 to 50 time is around 10-11 seconds. You can also comment your results of your scooter to see more real-life results. Now, does this make it the most powerful scooter I have ever ridden, and I just drive it in the first mode with one motor because it's so ridiculously overpowered? No. There's a lot of scooters that are faster than the TECHLIFE X7, even in this same price range. For example, the Skywalker Tennis Plus, or maybe the Speedway 5 is at a very similar price range, or other scooters that you can import from China. You can also look up the Pirate channel for this kind of content. The TECHLIFE X7 really shines in different areas, and that is how it really delivers and how it drives, and obviously how it looks like. The riding position of the TECHLIFE X7 is truly, I think, the best on the market, because you have a very high position of the handlebars, which make the stance really comfortable. The handlebar is also really wide, wider than most of the other handlebars that are on like stock scooters on the market. It's not foldable on the sides, but really I don't miss that too much on this scooter. You have also a long deck that is reasonably wide, and there's also a nice footrest where you can see the mounting of the rear shock. The geometry of the scooter makes it very nimble and agile at lower speeds, but it's not really possible to drive it with one hand when you drive faster, like for example the Speedway 4. When you drive faster, you need to stay focused and stiff in order to prevent any wobble. In terms of range, in the summer I measured around 30 kilometers of range with very intensive driving and fast driving up to 50-60 kilometers an hour. And here in winter I went very fast for the first 20 kilometers, and the next 10 were really slow, but it died on me after around 30 kilometers. And talking about suspension, yeah, it's really good here. Now, there is, I have seen quite a few opinions on the suspension of the TECHLIFE X7. Some exchange the shocks for different shocks, like bike shocks, because you can also put them here, but they're really tight, especially I think the rear one, not sure, but you can do it. You can change the suspension for air suspension, and I heard that the results are stunning, but I did not yet test that out. When you ride this thing, it's extremely comfortable. That's what I have to say. There's a lot of travel. It's way more comfortable than a Speedway 5. It's way more comfortable than like most of the scooters in this price range. Now, there is not so much compression on the TECHLIFE X7, so I'd say it's like bouncy. And when the suspension has the full travel, it hits pretty hard against the just the construction of the suspension. It's definitely super comfortable to ride. It's rather like a bouncy feeling as well, so there's not so much compression, but I gotta tell you that it just rides awesome. There are also some nice functionality aspects, like there's a brake light in the rear. There's also a front light, but it doesn't really show you the way when you are going in the night. It's rather just to show that a scooter is coming towards somebody. Yeah, the front lighting, it's definitely not the best on the scooter. I would really like to see lighting like on the TECHLIFE X9 here, or the Wolf Warrior 11 Plus. So we have also two chargers. With one charger, you charge the smaller version of the TECHLIFE X7 in around 9 hours, and 4.5 hours with twin chargers. Now, probably there's a possibility to even up the amperage of the charging. Standard it's 2 amps, you can get 4 amps, and probably you could also get like 6 amps, but that's not recommended by the manufacturer. The scooter also folds. There's a quick release clamp. I really like that solution, really easy and straightforward. There's a button for eco mode, which limits the top speed, and there is another button to select a single motor driving or two motor driving. But the thing that isn't so convenient is the lack of a horn. No horn here. I would really like to see that. And again, I would really like to see a decent light in the front. There's also a really useful voltage meter and a key, so if you go somewhere you can easily lock the scooter with a U-lock take the key out and nobody can turn it on and just do weird stuff with it. Sadly, I had to bounce to a different location because it was just getting too dark there. Still, I wanted to show you around the scooter a bit more. The problem with the lighting can be easily solved because there is an internal inverter for additional lighting, and you can mount the lights. For example, here there's no bigger issues with that. The rear mudguard is sadly a bit too short, and you will get wet from this rear mudguard. These mudguards also quite often tend to break, as far as it goes for my knowledge. Here you can see the white steering wheel again with the buttons, and the brakes are sadly mechanic. You can mount hydraulic brakes here, like Zoom brakes or NUTT brakes. I consider these brakes to be just enough for these kind of speeds, but it's always better to have hydraulic brakes, and maybe there will be a future option where you could just select these hydraulic brakes as standard at TECHLIFE. I'm not a huge fan of this display. The Mini Motors display is way better, but it does the job okay. Here you can see the key and the voltage meter, and there's also this part which just turns for a random reason. The grips are also nice, and all in all, when it comes just to the ergonomic aspect of the scooter, it's really good. I will also quickly fold it. Here you have these quick release clamps, and just pull it up like so. Boom, and then we can fold it, and sadly it does not lock in place, so if you want to carry it up, you have to carry it with two hands, and the scooter is around 35 kilograms heavy, as far as I remember, so it's still doable, but obviously it's not as easy as with a Speedway Mini 4 Pro, which is of course obvious. But still, it's a scooter that you can occasionally lift, which puts it above, for example, a Wolf Warrior in terms of ergonomics, because it's just doable, and with the Wolf it's really a big struggle to get it up any stairs. There's also grip tape on the deck here, really okay quality, and all in all, as I said before, I think that design of the scooter is really good. I wish maybe this quick release clamp would be a bit higher, it would make it a bit safer, but it's also very stiff. You can see that there is no play on the steering wheel whatsoever. Oh yeah, and the front mudguard could be a bit longer as well. Light. Okay, so this is the TECHLIFE X7. If you were to order one, just get the bigger battery version. You'll never regret this, and as usual you have 5% off. So if you're still here, leave a like on the video. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.